guys, it's Bethany. I'm back this week and yes, I am still pregnant. Actually, this may or may not be my last video where I am pregnant. I am due any day now and just waiting for baby girl to come. So very exciting, and I thought I'd take this last opportunity to film a video just sort of recapping my third trimester and taking some guesses at what I think birth will be like and my postpartum, and just, yeah, having some thoughts out there to look back on after I've actually given birth, which I'm sure I'll laugh at some of it, hopefully be not too far off some, but that's the fun of this video, to just lay it out there and yeah, see what happens. So with that said, let's get started and start with recapping my third trimester. My low this trimester has probably just been around the middle of the trimester. I experienced some stress and just a wave of realization that this was happening quite soon, and part of that was wondering, you know, and stressing over, have I done enough to prepare in all these different ways? And I got a bit more fixated on things that I hadn't done that I maybe should have or could have, rather than just appreciating what I have done to prepare to bring my baby into the world. So if that's you, yeah, try to just relax. But I think it's a little bit normal, especially as you're getting closer to the end, to have a bit of panic, and thankfully I'm not feeling that anymore. My high would have to be our baby moon that we went on when I was, I think, 35 weeks or 36 weeks. I hadn't really thought too much about baby moon before being pregnant and everything, but my husband actually pushed for it, and I'm glad he did, because it was such a special time for us. We were away for, I think, 3 nights, just us. It was lovely to have such good quality time. The focus obviously was like, we're excited to have a baby, but it was very much appreciating him and I, the season that we've just had of, you know, getting married, having the last couple of years, just us, all the things we've gotten to accomplish and experience together and individually, and just have some really sweet time together. So I would highly recommend doing something like that if you're pregnant and not sure if you are going to or should. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can always just spend a day driving out somewhere and really focusing on quality time. And the thing that we also did during that weekend was we didn't go on our phones. So we specifically went social media free and all of that. And that was a massive, massive highlight. That was, I can't tell you how good I felt doing that. It was like, whew, just really peaceful time. So highly recommend doing something like that. Other third trimester things is pretty much just, I've been less sore actually than I was in my second trimester. I know this is different for everyone, but excluding the last week or so, I have just had minimal pain and been able to sleep a lot better. Not through the night because I'm getting up to pee, that's the new third trimester thing, but I'm not in pain and that's why I'm waking up. It's not like that. And also, speaking of sleep, as I said, getting up to pee is new. I know that's because baby has moved down, so there's a lot more pressure on my bladder and everything. So I don't think I've managed to get away with less than maybe 2 times getting up in the night to pee, which obviously is an interruption, but hey, it's just practice, right? The best part about sleep for me this trimester has been I've managed to go back to just one support pillow. So I mentioned in my previous pregnancy thing video that I was using the butterfly pillow, which is here, around my back, onto the sides. And then I also was using a regular pillow between my legs, but I've got rid of that other pillow and I'm just using the butterfly. And it's so much easier to change positions now. And yeah, I haven't experienced a negative effect from not using the other pillow for me. So that has been lovely. So I did say I've had a lot less pain than second trimester. However, in the last week, as I'm getting really close to my due date, I have noticed there's been a bit more stiffness and soreness just in general, and how I'm counteracting that is my exercise ball. Sitting on that at any point in pregnancy, highly recommend. It just relieves a lot of pressure on your back and other things, and it's really good for you and for baby, so that's been good. I know a lot of people talk about like a nesting phase during the 3rd trimester, and I'm not really sure if that has been me yet. It's getting quite close now. I will say I have had more of a desire to be home, especially the last week or so, and to just be in my space, keep things neat and tidy as much as I can. And I forgot what I was saying. That's the other thing about this trimester. I actually have no idea what I was talking about. Let's cut that there for a second. Oh yeah, nesting. I think for me it's just been finding a good balance between nesting and resting. Little rhyme there I came up with. Just because I do want to make the most of these final few days or weeks of allowing myself to just settle, be with myself for who I am right now, because that's all going to change soon. And also though, make sure that I'm getting everything I want to get and need to help me and baby in this first newborn phase and birth. But I wouldn't say I have had a desire to like paint things or manically fold clothes. It's been more of a slower, more calm nesting, I would say. That's enough on the 3rd trimester. Let's jump over to something else I thought would be fun to do in this video. I am going to talk about my own predictions for my baby in terms of measurements, features maybe, just because I haven't done this before and I've gotten other people to do it. For example, at my baby shower, everyone had guesses of these things. So here we go. And this will probably come back to bite me. So I'll start with height and weight. So this whole pregnancy basically, we have been thinking of our daughter as being on the smaller side, because at 2 measurements she was on the smaller side of average. So we've kind of had that in our heads, but now lately she's been measuring maybe just a week behind on average. But I'm gonna guess she will be 3.4 kilograms. I was 3.5, I think. I can't remember what my husband was, but we're not massive people, so I'm gonna guess 3.4. In terms of height, I have actually no idea. I can't really fathom right now what an average baby is in terms of height / length, so I need to go and check that out for a sec. Hold on. Okay, just had a little Google and I'm gonna go with 49 centimeters for our baby's length. Again, I should have checked what I was. Hold on. Okay, I can't find my baby book. That's hard to say. Baby book. Baby book. I can't find my baby book. So we're gonna stick with 49 centimeters. Okay, in terms of features, obviously you don't really know, but based off of Anthony and I am gonna assume our baby will have blue eyes, because we both have blue eyes. I'm gonna think, I have wavy curlyish hair and has super straight hair. So I'm going to guess she's gonna have wavy hair, somewhere in the middle of us. I think hair color, I think she'll start off quite fair. Well, obviously not as soon as she's born. I don't think babies who are just born have super fair hair, but I think, yeah, in her early days she'll have fair hair, because I was really blonde growing up, and Anthony was like probably a little darker, but still, I feel like we have similar-ish hair now. I don't really know what else to comment on in terms of features. Obvious prediction, she's gonna be cute as heck. That one I know will be very accurate. And then the last category I wanted to talk about today is just my own thoughts around what things are actually gonna be like obviously I don't know that now on this side of things, but very soon I will be on the other side and in a whole new world. And I thought it'd be fun to have this to look back on and just have a bit of a laugh at myself, or be like, wow, you did know a lot, and go you. So let's talk about just my current feelings. AKA, am I nervous, scared? How am I feeling right now? I honestly can say, let me just recall my honest thoughts. I am not feeling very scared or nervous, which is a massive blessing, something I've been praying about and just working through any kind of lingering fears or things I had still hanging around. So I don't really know, what else to say. I'm excited. I know it's going to be a huge thing, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, everything, but I am just really excited and I want to embrace it and not let fear or doubt or anything ruin what has the potential to be a life-changing, beautiful experience. So that is where I'm at the moment. Of course, I will say, every now and then I do have some sort of doubt, or if I get a little, I don't know if I would say it's Braxton Hicks, but if I get a little something, I will kind of think, okay, can I do this? Can I do it? But yes, I can. I can do it. You can do it too, if you're in the same boat. Okay, let's get into some things. How long do I think I will be in labour, and also when do I think I'll go into labour? So currently, today, I am 39 weeks and... what day is it? I'm 39 weeks and 4 days. I am predicting that I will go into labour at 40 weeks and 3 days. This is purely based on the date. I just like it a bit better than other ones. But also, my own mum didn't go over more than 1 day for all 3 of hers. So there's a little bit of genetics I'm linking there, but really, I have no idea. I could go 41 and just be content with that. It could go a little more, who knows. Ant did weigh in and he wants 40 weeks and 6 days. Only because the date is the same date of all of the men in his family. They all have birthdays, different months, but the same date. Not that we're having a boy, but he likes it. So that would be if I was 40 weeks and 6 days. So how long I think I'll be in labour, again, all I have to go off is kind of the average, what it's like for first time mums especially, as well as my mum's experience, because genetics has a part in it. I am just going to take a stab and go with 10 hours. I know that's short for some people, it's long for other people, but... Oi! So my mum had 3 fairly quick labours. All of them were 5 hours or under. So I'm basing a lot on that, but I also don't want to get in my head that it's going to be quick, because that's not a lot of people's experience, particularly for first time. So I'm going with 10 because it seems like sort of in the middle and it's just a number I picked. So we're going with it. I have no idea when, what time of day I'll go into labour, but I want to say, I don't really want it to be at night because I don't think I'm going to be able to go back to sleep. I just don't think I could. So I would love to go into labour kind of early in the morning, I think. Not too early, but around 7 o'clock maybe. That way. She's sort of born in the early evening. If it's 10 hours, this is all just guessing. It's all just, a fantasy. But I think that's what I would like. And I guess I'll guess that. I guess I'll guess. What I think labour will feel like, this is one obviously you can't fully understand until you've been through it. But with that said, I've heard a lot of people talk about it and I've felt little things here and there. So I'm gonna say contractions and all of that, it's gonna feel like literally tightening around my whole stomach. So obviously a contraction is your uterus contracting the baby down. So based on that, I imagine it's tight, pressure, pushing down, kind of that sort of feeling. And then I also am thinking there's going to be some sort of correlation with period pain. I've heard that said, it feels like cramps or stuff like that. So I'm going to go with that as my kind of anticipation for what it's going to feel like. I know some people experience some pain in their back depending on the position of the baby, so I'm also aware that could happen. But overall, just intense pressure, tightening, and just all these new kind of feelings. Yes. Okay, another one I wanted to talk about is what tools that I've been preparing with or think I'm going to use. Like, what do I think I'm actually going to really value and use? And this is kind of where I'm at the moment. I think music is going to be a big one for me. I'm a very musical person. It's how I express myself and feel a lot of feelings. So I have playlists of different styles and things, like worship music, some upbeat, which I think I'll use at the beginning if it works, and then instrumental I've heard it can be good as well. So I think music will be a good tool for me. Also relying on my husband, I think, like holding him and experiencing like some massage or light touch, which is part of hypnobirthing. I think I'm gonna like that physical assurance and just comfort. I am not really sure about anything else. I think I will be breathing through things, praying through things, and trying to be in my zone as much as I can. But that's all I've got right now for what I think will be my top tools. And in terms of postpartum, I'm sure I'll do a whole other video on that in terms of what it actually is like. But I just anticipate being tired, but filled up. I like being really joyful and experiencing this person, you know, in our lives that we've been waiting for, but also being really tired and having days where I feel low. But I know and I've heard how important it is to stay on top of your feelings, and if you are experiencing a lot of anxiety or lowness or depression, to really seek help. And so that's something I want to be aware of. I know that it's often hard to detect it in yourself, so my husband's aware that that can happen. I know lots of people around me know that, so yeah, I don't want to anticipate that happening though, because that doesn't really help anything. So I am just going to be praying for peace and joy in that season, even though I know like there will be high emotions and just varying emotions. Alright, I think I will leave this here for today. Thank you so much for watching and just supporting me on this journey that we've been on. I cannot wait to introduce my daughter to you and just all the things that I will know on the other side of birth and becoming a mum. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to my channel to follow along with me. That's always greatly appreciated. Give this video a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. And who knows, there might be a baby, there might not be. Stay tuned. Love you lots.